Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, children. I hope you are all doing well. And today I am here with another beautiful story for you all from the Holy Quran. Are you ready? You know, boys and girls, I really like this story. In fact, I remember when I was a little girl. My mummy told me this story and I loved it so much. So I cannot wait to tell you the story because it really is a miracle and I know you're going to love it so much. This story is called The People of the Cave and it's about a group of men who slept in the cave. This story is not about a prophet, but it's about the followers of a prophet, okay? But I'm not going to ruin the story for you now. Let me tell you the story from the beginning. Okay, let's begin. This is a true story. It happened a long time ago in the lands of the Roman Empire. The followers of Prophet Isa, which some call Prophet Jesus, they used to spread the teachings far and wide. They told all the people there is only one God, believe in him. And they wanted to make sure the word of God remains. The king of the Roman Empire was called Decius. King Decius did not believe in one God, and he was against anyone who believed in him. And he tried to put the followers of God in jail. Many people of the town heard of Prophet Isa, and they heard of one God. Among them were the men of the cave. Allah guided them and they became true believers. The king came to know about these men. He sent his soldiers to capture them. He said, "Anybody that believes in God will be finished." The soldiers looked for them all over the town, but the men managed to get away. They left the town and they ran into a nearby forest and they went in and in trying to get away. As they ran for their lives, they prayed to Allah. As the Quran says, they said, "Oh Lord, show us mercy, show us your mercy and look after us." Suddenly they saw a cave hidden away. "Oh look," they said, "there's a cave over there." They looked around and made sure no one was looking and they went inside. They were so happy. This is the perfect hiding place. Nobody can find us in here. But they were also very tired. They lay down on the ground in the cave and to have a quick rest and they closed their eyes. Soon they fell asleep. And guess what happened? If I tell you, you're not going to believe me. Allah kept them asleep for around 300 years. How much? Around 300 years. 300! That's a lot of years. And they did not wake up, not even once. They did not drink anything. They did not eat anything, and they didn't even make a sound, nor could they hear any of the sound outside to wake them up. No one knew they were there for all those years. The Quran does say that sometimes they would turn on their sides while sleeping, on their left side and sometimes on their right side. Just like we do when we are sleeping, we turn around a lot, don't we? They also had a dog with them, and he slept too, also around 300 years. The Quran said that he was stretching his legs across the entrance of the cave. You see, the entrance was very, very deep in the forest. The entrance was always in the shade. So most people did not even notice that there was a cave there. And the few who did notice the cave, the Quran says that these people were very frightened because of the darkness of the cave, or if they went inside they would have been very scared, so they would have never dreamed of going inside. The sleeping men were completely safe. When the right time came, Allah woke them up from sleeping, and they got up very stiffly, and they stretched their hands and they stretched their legs, and they looked up and they saw the sun. They rubbed their eyes, and one of them said, "Oh, how long have we been sleeping here?" The other one answered, "We must have been sleeping here for a day, or maybe part of a day." They had no idea that they had been sleeping for more than 300 years. They felt hungry. One of them put his hands in his pocket and he took out some silver coins. He took it out and he said, "Let's get some food. We are hungry. One of us can quickly go into town and buy something from the market. Just make sure that the king's men don't see you, okay?" They had no idea that the king's men have long gone, because it's been hundreds of years. So, one of the men walked into town, but something strange. He noticed that everyone was looking at him. The people thought, "Where on earth did this man come from? And why is he dressed like that?" The people were so confused. They knew automatically that this man looked like someone who had come from the past. The man from the cave was also confused. Why does everything look so different? Why are people dressed differently? Why do the shops and the market look different? So he went into a shop, he got some food, he tried to ignore it, and he went to pay the shopkeeper with the silver coins. The shopkeeper looked at the silver coins with surprise. He looked at the coin, and then he looked at him. And he looked at the coin, and he looked at the man. And he was confused. He said, "Where on earth did you get this old money from?" He thought this is a very ancient coin. Where did this man get this coin from? Maybe he has found a hidden treasure or something. So a curious crowd surrounded the man, and people started to gather around him. People began to ask him all sorts of questions, and they wondered, where did he come from? They asked him, "From where have you come from?" "Well, you see," and then he said, "Well, you see, we have been running away from King Decius and his men, and we went into a cave and we slept, and now all of this." This is what the man from the cave said. He was very confused. "King Decius?" said the people. "King Decius and his men have died a very, very, very long time ago. There's a different king now." Soon they found out the truth. These men had been asleep in the cave for around 300 years. They had slept safely till the truth and faith spread everywhere. That's a real miracle, right? There is no doubt that Allah protects people who believe in Him and trust Him with their lives. This story tells us that those who put their entire trust in Allah will be helped by Him, even if it's from unknown sources or even a miracle. After this video finishes, if you want to read more of the story, or if you want to read the story in the Quran, you will find it in Surah number 18, verses 10 to 26. Okay, that's Surah number 18, verses 10 to 26. Now, to end off today's video, it's question time as usual. Let's see how much you've been listening. Question number 1. Why did the men run away from the town and go into the cave? Number 2. How long were the men sleeping in the cave? Number 3. They had an animal with them. Which animal was also sleeping in the cave? And the last question. What lessons did you learn from this story? I hope you enjoyed today's story. This is a story that I really like. It's so interesting, isn't it? A real miracle. So join me tomorrow with another beautiful story from the Holy Quran. I hope you enjoyed today's story, and I wish you all the happiness, inshallah. And as always, stay happy, stay safe, and inshallah I will be seeing you tomorrow with another story from the Holy Quran. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.